taxonomy is ways of thinking, ways of questioning, ways of assessing students. And it starts from the basic learning to hot questions or higher order thinking questions. So you're implementing, you're analyzing, you're creating, you're evaluating. And of course, these are layers on top of one another. And the basic level is, of course, remembering or understanding what the topic is all about. Most of the teachers, when they are planning their lessons, they are very much occupied with getting the most interesting YouTube video, for example. But if you're looking at it, the most interesting YouTube video that took you, for instance, an hour to search in order to find it will wind up having 30% maximum to what the students could retain. Whereas if you develop some sort of like follow-up, interactive, hands-on activity after the video, maybe not the best, something that will elaborative only, then your students are getting more out of this. It's the 50%, it's the 70%. So if we're drawing a line on active learning, I think it comes on the demonstration, so the 50% downward, and that is where we want to aim, where we want our students to be.
Rather between 13 to 35 as the Gen Z population. So their learning styles, so they are true digital natives. They are technically very intelligent when it comes to digital devices. They use it in their daily life. They used it from early childhood. They are always connected. So around 45% have reported being online constantly, which is quite scary when you think about it. But that's just, you know, the day and age that we live in. We have a diverse generation. So there's a strong social awareness, like one of the strategies in the ruler tool. So this is called the meta moment, and sometimes I've heard it called the 10-second rule.
I think for the younger age, yeah?
For the younger ones, yeah. So for the younger ones, we've heard it called the 10-second rule. So this is basically a conscious and brief pause that we can use. So we can use as adults as well. This isn't just for children. To help us experience any emotional trigger that we could be having. And we want to be able to analyze that before we react to it, because we want to react into a proper manner and not something that we might regret further down the line. So it's about creating and expanding a space between the emotional trigger that triggered you and your response. It's allowing for that mindful decision making. So here we have the 6 steps. So something's happened. You sense it. You sense it's triggered you. So you stop for a second. Then imagine your best self and strategize. What would that Danielle do? What would that Danny do in that situation in her best self? And then I act on that. So it's taking that time to just briefly stop, regulate yourself, and then make